Today I'm watching Angel Season 1, Episode 20. We're almost at the end of Season 1, so I'm very curious to see how this first season will wrap up. I'm guessing it'll be some kind of showdown between Wolfram and Hart and Angel. In Episode 19, we had Buffy and Faith in the same episode. The crossover episodes have definitely been my favorite of the season so far. It's always interesting and reminds me of, earlier episodes when everybody was together. Angel slapped Buffy in a previous episode, which was horrifying, and to me it felt like he was picking Faith in that moment, and him and Buffy were obviously on the outs. We did see Angel in episode 20 of Buffy when he went to apologize. Kate also arrested Angel in the last episode and had no reservations about him possibly dying in his jail cell. Luckily that didn't happen, so I'm curious to see if she will be going after him more in these last few episodes as well. And we also saw Faith turn herself in, so I don't imagine Faith will be in this episode. I feel like that was their way of wrapping up her character. Who knows? Please no spoilers. I don't imagine I'd see her again until the next season of Angel, if even that. I'm really enjoying this series so far, so thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content.
You expecting somebody else?
Who's this guy? We were. Lost Boys? What are we doing? Oh my.
What? No, money. I like to smell a little money once in a while.
She thought he was talking about cheese.
Miss Chase said that you could only meet at night.
Not very subtle, but yes.
We'd be less conspicuous during the party.
She just wanted to go to a party. Oh god.
I've always said that I would make $1 billion in the software market and learn to talk to girls.
One of those two I feel like he's accomplished.
Go on.
Are you familiar with Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, I've seen a few. You mean the...
Ha 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 ha!
The whole world is magic and fighting troglodytes and romancing exotic demon princesses.
Oh my.
It's a rush.
Did someone...
Angel's like, I can't relate.
The guys were joking about getting some tail.
You went to Madame Dorian's.
Who's Madame Dorian?
It's a demon brothel.
Or twice.
Those things exist?
It's rife with stories about it.
And how many?
12 times.
Oh my. Frequent flyer.
Pictures. It's Lenny Edwards, but I just can't find them.
Demon brothel, what will they think of next?
See these pictures.
They won't.
Don't worry, we're incredibly discreet.
Especially when there's spicy photos involved. I feel like it would be safe to assume there would be other vampire hunters, especially given that, Sunnydale, LA, obviously there's a lot of supernatural stuff going on. It's so cool to see, a glimpse into that other side. They definitely seem organized. Oh my, so many chops. Ooh, bonked him. Oh, mid-air. Nice shot.
They're back. Open up. Come on, guys, make it quick. Keep a lookout.
This is giving me very much like Walking Dead vibes, but instead of zombies, they're hunting vampires.
Not anymore.
That was bleak. Cheese and rice.
Are we fixed for the night?
They seem real broken up about it.
You guys are lucky.
Oh my. It's so interesting how they're also exploring the demon world, the different variations, and now there's a brothel for demons.
Look, Ma. No hands.
Oh my. Oh my. I was gonna say, what body part was she using there? Her tail.
Vampires.
Yeah, it's interesting how the supernatural is becoming more accepted. Obviously people are being very aware these demons exist.
It's not gonna happen, little sister.
Famous last words.
Love, family, place on this planet I can call my own.
But you know what?
What everybody wants, yeah. Oh, Angel.
David Nabbit.
Never heard of him.
Oh, you only get one lie. Probably should have mentioned that first.
I like it when it gets sassy.
Not want to see my bad side.
You show me yours, I'll show you.
Yeah, he's like, we could play this game. Oh!
The rest of your very short life until you bring me what I want. Are we clear?
When in doubt, go to Vampire Face.
It was a wonderful party.
We talked. We had some good times. It meant a lot to me.
He's just so lonely. Oh, this poor guy.
You guys, call me David. Okay.
I like David. It's such a strong, masculine name.
Cordelia is like, now that I got the check in my hands. Oh my. She's gonna regret that phrase. Oh.
You're a sneaky son of a bitch, aren't you?
Definitely, that's his signature move.
Of course I brought him. And a little something extra.
Oh! He brings his own demon bodyguard. Oh, spin move. All right, hello, Singing in the Rain. I haven't seen it. I just know they sing and dance around lamp poles. Oh, what is he doing? Oh, and good night. Oh, way too close for comfort. Oh my god. Did he fall right into their trap? Cheese and rice. That's silver on that? Oh, tripwire. No, 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 no. Oh my god. This thing is a death trap. It's like I just spared your life and now you're coming after me again? Come on. He's greatly outnumbered.
Get you killed first.
That's Dustin.
Nope, 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 nope. Oh god. Whoa. Saved her life. Yeah, that would probably really hurt.
Or what you are. But if you ever show your face down here again, don't count on any long goodbyes.
This guy really hates vampires. I hate that they do that. I don't know why they think it's like a stylistic effect to just like add in all these rapid shots. I hate it. Oh.
Oh my. It's upside down. Something you would have framed.
How's it feel?
I can't possibly imagine it was pleasant.
Not that, Wesley.
You look...
Like I've been beaten and stabbed.
Want to see the check again?
I want to find those kids.
And Cordelia's like, let me show you the money.
It's ride from billionaires and crab puffs. Kids going to war.
This isn't something they just started doing. I mean, they were ready.
Yeah, they're definitely prepared. Yeah.
And afraid to go for the heart.
Well, that's one way to prove your point in a meeting. Oh, ah.
Just don't play. I mean, if he's not looking to kill, what's he want? And why the hell would he come to a place like this?
That's a long story. You should catch up on a show. It's called Buffy the Vampire Slayer. You know, first 3 seasons will probably fill you in on Angel's story.
Where are they?
It's definitely giving me like Lost Boys vibe with like a nest of vampires instead of vampire hunters, but there is also a nest of vampires.
I don't see nothing.
There's nothing.
Oh god.
Just sent them all out there. Yeah, it was a fake. Oh no, a decoy, and they all just ran out there. No, 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 no. Yeah, but I was like, it's the daylight, so how would they? Oh man. Gas masks and these like black trench coats. Oh frick, man, your worst nightmare.
Smell that salt air?
That's not salt.
I don't think it's air either. No, I see a very tan lifeguard type with large...
No, over there.
Oh my.
It doesn't have to be that way. Why can't we do this together?
Oh, rude, so rude. What? He came over to help? Oh my god, this guy really hates vampires. No matter what. He just showed up to help when he was like, just kidding, hang out here. Oh man.
I am stronger, faster, and better than ever.
Also a vampire. Oh man, they got to her. Wanna see? That happened so quick. Oh my god. Whoa.
And the fun. And come on, how often did we go out in the daylight anyway?
His heart's just like breaking. It's like his worst nightmare.
You got the guilt, and I got the greatest guilt cure ever. I can free you, and we can be together.
She's gonna turn him? Oh my. I don't think he's signing up for that.
Trying to open that?
Perfect timing.
They locked you in, huh?
No, I just love old meat lockers.
Oh my. Does he have a cell phone?
Hardly ever worked. Besides, it was a lot easier and quicker to just... Look, I'm the...
I love that. He uses cell phones. So funny, Angel. Yeah, you wouldn't think of technology first off. He's using brute strength to escape.
I'm gonna fix it.
This took a turn. This is not where I thought this was gonna go at all.
Oh, say goodbye to everything you ever knew.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. He's gonna kill her, isn't he? Yeah.
Goodbye.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh. Oh, his poor sister. This kid. Oh, my gosh.
Let's get out of here.
Too late. Too late. Oh, man.
Your sister, so smooth going down, if you know what I mean.
Oh, that's a horrible way to describe it.
Who the hell are you? You know who you're talking to here, fool?
Name's Angelus.
Whoa! He called himself Angelus.
So, do we have a truce? Or do you want to die?
He never refers to him as that name. He hates that name.
Oh, this way you're not gonna kill any vamps.
I already did.
Yeah, I was gonna say he just had to kill his sister, which is horrible. Well, that ended peacefully. Yeah, that's not what I thought it was going. I love a good flamethrower, though. Props for bringing that out. Good. Excellent.
Prospectively speaking, I might want to prostitute myself to billionaire David Nabbit.
Oh my. That's one way to phrase it.
Do you think you really could?
I don't know. I could probably learn to love him.
Romance at its finest.
It's not what's on the outside that...
Who's she trying to convince? Are these guys gonna be friends now? What are we doing?
What you did, okay. But I don't need no guardian angel, and I don't need no talking to.
Ah!
I don't need no help.
I might.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if this Gunn character will be in other episodes. So that was my first time watching Angel, Season 1, Episode 20. It was an interesting episode. I don't know, that was one of my favorites of the season so far. I thought we would be more about wrapping up, gearing towards a season finale, but it was definitely interesting. I like when they give you these little glimpses of different aspects of the demon world, and obviously we know other vampire slayers are out there, and now we got to see other vampire hunters, and it's interesting how all of this has been going on in the background, you know, the whole time. I think that's a safe assumption we can make, and we just kind of get these little sneak peeks into it every now and then. I don't think it needs to be the focus of the show. Obviously, Angel is the focus, but getting a little window into these worlds and getting to see, okay, apparently there's a demon brothel out there, and, you know, that the fact that these vampire hunters are going around definitely reminded me of Lost Boys, the 80s movie. If you've seen Lost Boys, I haven't seen it in a very long time, but I definitely remember this, like, nest of vampires, whereas this, it was, you know, a nest of vampire hunters basically. And some elements of The Walking Dead as well. They've got this like refuge they all hide away in that's got traps, and, you know, in case an attack comes, whereas Walking Dead is obviously about zombies. I'm not too sure if Gunn and the rest of these vampire hunters will be in future episodes. Please no spoilers, but yeah, definitely interesting to bring in such new characters so late into the first season if they don't intend to keep them around for a little while, as we spent, you know, a good chunk of the episode was focusing on these guys. It wasn't like a quick little vision and then we move on. We find find out about Alonna and Gunn and learn about their backstory a little bit. And obviously, what happens, unfortunately, to Alonna with her turning into a vampire. A heartbreaking scene. And even before, when we saw Gunn, someone dies, very close to him, and he doesn't really seem to have a response. Maybe he's just used to it by now. And I couldn't see him turning into a vampire. That's what she was offering, is even given what we learned about him in this very short time span of this one episode, I could not see his character doing that. He definitely seemed to be very anti-vampire. Even when he met Angel, and Angel saved his sister's life and, was trying to ration with him and talk to him, he wanted nothing to do with it. It didn't matter. If you were a vampire, basically, then he was out to get you. It would have been interesting to learn why he hates vampires, why he chose to make this, his calling to go after vampires so enthusiastically. Obviously, they're a very well-organized group. They've got, materials, they've got a place, they've got a system, they have their routines when they go get supplies. And yeah, so it'd be interesting to learn more about that group. And especially Kate was in this episode as well, so it's interesting to think of Angel potentially having someone else that he could work with other than Wesley and Cordelia, obviously, but someone who, is so well prepared and has these abilities to go out and hunt vampires. No Buffy, no Faith, no Wolfram and Hart. None of that was in this episode. It felt like it took a completely different turn. Honestly, this kind of felt like a mid-season episode where they're teasing, sprinkling possible new ideas for the rest of the season. So yeah, I'm very curious to find out what this leads to, or maybe it was, hey, we've got to prep for the season finale. I don't know if it'll be a 2-part episode or anything like that. It definitely didn't feel like a filler episode. It still felt like it had substance, and like I said, it's so cool to get to learn those little insights into the world and the demon brothel, and just the concept of people being aware of demons and not being afraid of them and wanting to pursue them in whatever avenue that they choose to. But the fact that that's an option out there in the world, and we did see in Buffy there was a group of people who worshipped vampires, wanted to become a vampire, were obsessed with the lore and the culture and everything of vampires. So it's interesting to think that people would be romantically interested in demons and have to, create this brothel to meet that demand. We also had this story of this billionaire who had some photos out there. David felt like a character who was just very intelligent at what he did, but lacked a lot of social skills. He was obviously able to make a ton of money, and I feel like the group kind of needed that, like Angel's company. Cordelia had wide eyes as soon as she saw that check and was very excited about it, and I think that's what they kind of needed, because I think eventually the audience would get to a point being like, how are you still able to, keep the doors open and the lights on and all of those things? How are you not closed down? You would eventually need to pay bills. So the fact that now, oh, here we go, here's a sudden influx of cash, yes, it's helping the story, and yes, it is just convenient timing, but that didn't really bother me. It definitely felt like this turf war episode where you've got Angel and even the other vampires, and he referred to himself as Angelus, which I don't think we've ever heard him say that before in a, hey, watch out for me, I'm this tough guy, I'm Angelus kind of way. Usually it's he's so ashamed of it, he doesn't want to talk about it, he's not bragging about it openly. So for the fact of him to be hey, get out of my town, other vampires, because I've got this reputation, and it seemed like it worked. So yeah, that was very interesting for him to use his horrible past as a way to leverage, getting these guys out of town. I don't think it meant anything to Gunn or the other vampire hunters, but the vampires were obviously okay, this is serious. But yeah, I wasn't expecting Angel to bring that up. I do think there would be other groups like Gunn throughout LA, probably throughout the entire state of California, and maybe, the whole United States, who knows? But we know obviously Sunnydale and LA are within close proximity, relatively close, and the fact that Sunnydale had so much activity, it makes sense that some of that would overflow into LA, or maybe we learn more about LA's history as well and why there's so much activity here, or maybe the audience is just supposed to assume that demon vampire activity is rampant everywhere. And it kind of felt like what people would do if there wasn't a vampire slayer. We don't know if there's one in LA. We haven't met that person yet, but the fact that Sunnydale has Buffy, so then the town doesn't really need to, form this vigilante group. They can rely on Buffy to do this, and that burden is on her shoulders. Whereas in LA right now, it feels like there's probably several different groups of vampire hunters who are going around taking out vampires, and other demons or other supernatural creatures. You could probably do a whole spin-off series about these underground, you know, this kind of like subculture that we just barely got a glimpse into in this episode. I don't know that it would, you know, go on for 10 seasons or anything, but it would be interesting to kind of mix this like Warriors, Lost Boys, Walking Dead combination of these vampire hunters in LA and, you know, that story. Yeah, it's definitely interesting when we get to learn more about the demon world, and even one of the demons at the brothel, it was a quick shot, but it reminded me of the episode where we had the demons from another planet. I just recognized the things on the spine. Comment below, is that accurate? Would that be where that demon is from? It definitely sounded like Gunn and his sister had a tough upbringing, and maybe they've just resorted to vampire hunting as a form of survival, and this is all they know. Not too sure, but yeah, I'm very curious to see if his character comes back in other episodes, if he works with Angel, what that looks like. The episode definitely had some comedic parts as well, like when they rescue Angel and they're like, why didn't you just call us? You had your cell phone. And to me, that is so funny because that's always in movies what they ignore. You know, the cell phone's always broken, or the cell phone always, there's no signal, or whatever it is. But the fact that he's literally just had his phone perfectly in use in his pocket, it just shows, I think, a lot about Angel's character. The fact that he's not the most technologically advanced character, but the fact that he just had a way to get out right there, ready to go, and didn't use it, just uses brute strength, which I think is kind of his default setting. It's just so funny to me. It felt like it was like making fun of all those other, you know, stereotypes in movies and TV shows where it's like, well, you could get out of this if you just called them, or if you called for help, you know, the situation would be resolved. Overall, I thought it was a decent episode. I'm very curious to see how the first season's gonna end. Usually the first season of a TV show for me is hit or miss, but I feel like they've really done a good job with this first season. There's maybe been 1 or 2 episodes that I wasn't a big fan of, but everything else I feel like has been pretty strong. So yeah, I'm very curious to see what this Wolfram and Hart, you know, showdown, that's my prediction. Please no spoilers, but I can't see what else it would be. We haven't really had like a main villain throughout the entire season. The only thing that's been driving me nuts this season is that when we had the Oracle meet with Angel and said, you know, like, hey, the world's ending soon, you have to turn back into being a vampire when he was a human. What happened to that? Where did that story go? That was like 10-15 episodes ago, and nothing has happened with that story. And I was like, that was the whole reason he changed. And every episode I'm like, this is gonna be it, but no, nothing. And it's just just tugs at my heartstrings. We know what Angel gave up when that, you know, situation arose and he had to make that choice, but the fact that it's never been mentioned again drives me absolutely insane. And I know the show is good for recall, at least Buffy was. I'm assuming the same situation would happen in Angel, where, you know, they mention something and then maybe the next season or whenever it comes back to kind of show the audience like, hey, we were listening. So I'm just very impatiently waiting for something with that to happen. I love that we got to see a glimpse into another side of the demon world with this, you know, brothel and this underground vampire hunter gang. I'm very curious to see how this first season is gonna end, and typically the seasons only get better as time goes on, so I'm very curious to see where Angel's storyline will progress. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below, and as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. She thought he was talking about cheese. Who's Madame Dorian? Demon brothel, what will they think of next? Especially when there's spicy photos involved. Oh my, I was gonna say, what body part was she using there? Well, that's one way to prove your point in a meeting. Oh, gas masks and these like black trench coats. Does he have a cell phone? I love a good flamethrower though. Props for bringing that out.